moderator. I am confident we will have a name before month's end and can have an email vote by the current board to approve. I also would like, and I've already talked to one person, if my person in the waiting declines, let me know if you are interested, and I've already got one person that has done that. So, and then I would also like to note that we are running a little lean with elders. If God's been nudging you in that direction, please reach out and talk to us. And then I would like Jenny to come up, and we've kind of been thinking creative here, and we're going to, with your approval, we're going to try something maybe for the next 2 or 3 years here.
So we asked and received a positive answer for Charlotte Liggett to be one of our elders, which I know is a little bit outside the box because she does live in Lincoln, Nebraska, but she joins us for worship online. In fact, I'm sure she's online now. Joins us for worship online for the First Light service every single week. She participated in the Civil Rights Pilgrimage, including all of the preparation sessions. As we've been talking about being a church that meets both on-site and online, this is a way of making that even more real for us. And I'm particularly excited because it feels like reaching all the way back to the days of Paul. Paul and his group of church starters, they didn't stay in the communities where they started congregations. They started a congregation, and then they would move and start another one, and then they would move and start another one. And so the leadership of those congregations wasn't bound by geography. And so in a very real way, we're going all the way back. We're doing something new, but going all the way back to the roots of the church. So Charlotte is able, at a distance, to join us for the monthly elders meetings. She's able to facilitate, the elders take turns facilitating the study. She's able to do that from a distance because we have the Zoom. She would be a phenomenal shepherd. The congregation is divided up into smaller groups, and she can do that even though she lives in Nebraska. The one thing she won't be able to do on a regular basis is the hospital and AC home visitation that the elders do. In terms of participating in worship, Doug doesn't know this yet, but this is the plan, and he has to create the schedule, so I promised to tell him. So the cat is out of the bag, and if you talk to him before I do, that's okay, but I will be talking to him. So she'll need to be on the schedule for the First Light elder rotation, but we used to do that with Carol anyway, so we can make that happen. And she had the great idea. My idea was she would write the prayer and then we would have somebody share the prayer on her behalf. But she had the great idea of recording it, sending me a recording, and then we'll play the recording of her prayer on the microphone. So yes, long song and dance. Sorry, give me the microphone and I'm going to jabber, jabber, jabber. I know it's different. But I really think this makes it real, this commitment to being a congregation not bound by the confines of geography or of this building. So, yes. She did, yeah. She's long-standing part of this congregation. She just happens to live in Lincoln. Yes. Yes, she participates in the women's retreats every year. The thing that was killing me is she has so many, and this is probably awkward if you are indeed online right now, Charlotte, because we're talking about you and you're in the room, but she has so many amazing gifts for leadership. And I didn't want to be bound by geography because she can enrich our congregational experience with her gifts. So outside the box, but I hope that you accept this. Yes?
Our meetings with the zoning and all, there is a way that we can talk when we're online. Isn't there a way that we could get it where people can talk here?
So she doesn't have to record her prayers? Is that what you're saying? Well, I'm sure there is. let me contact Robin Robinson. I'm sure there is. That's a good idea. That's a good thing to pursue. Anyway, wanted to explain it because I know it's unusual, and I will leave the microphone now.
So we're going to put her on the ballot?
Yes. Yes. She has accepted pending approval. So you can write a wish. Elder.
So it would be the 20.
Yeah, she'll be in the far right column in that little chart. Okay, thank you, Jenny. I'd like to acknowledge the 4 members of the nomination committee who have worked hard in putting this team together, and I want to thank Cheryl Beck, Joan Herron, Lisa Merritt, and Ben Wellenreiter. At this time, I would call for a motion to approve the 2025-2026 Eureka Christian Church leadership team as presented.
With adding the name of
Yes.
Charlotte.
Yes. With Charlotte Liggett included in the elders.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Jerry. A second? Dave Wickness. Are there any more questions or comments from the congregation? If not, all in favor, please say yay. Yay. Opposed, please say nay. And then, as far as in congregation, the motion has passed, but we have unanimous support with our online voter people. Okay, so business is closed. I will close this meeting, and I just want to make a few comments that I'm happy where we're going. The church has lots of possibilities, but we gotta stay focused. And just I've dropped this on the board so many times, but you're going to be starting to hear Destination 2032 a lot from now until 2032, because that's our 200th birthday, and I think there's lots of things we can do as a congregation, so we are ready. You can pave the way to there, you know. I even thought yesterday, I was out thinking creative, we can create bumper pools so there's no way this congregation can go in the gutter before we get to 2032. So anyway, exciting times, and Sarah Kaufman, it's going to be in your hands come July 1, and we're on to a great future. Thank you very much for attending. And happy Father's Day.